So in this video we're gonna continue discussing about limits, and the next example is the limit of x squared minus 8x plus 15 over x minus 3 as x approaches to 3. So in the previous video we actually, if you didn't actually watch the next video, I recommend to watch the previous video. And on the previous video we discussed actually that if you want to solve a limit, one of the easiest way is by basically plugging the value which x approaches to inside of this function. And in this case x approaches to 3, and if we plug 3 in this function, we can see that on the bottom is going to give us 0, which is 3 minus 3, which is going to be 0 on the bottom, and it's going to be undefined. So for that reason we have to analyze the whole function in order to find a better way to actually solve it. And if we can, and in this case we can see that there is like a trinomial expression on top, which is x squared minus 8x plus 15. And one of the easiest way that we can actually factor this trinomial is by finding two values that multiply, the two numbers that multiply to each other will give us 15, and when we add up those two numbers will give us minus 8, which is here. And we know that if we multiply, for example, 5, sorry guys, this marker is not good. So if we multiply 5 times 3, it's gonna give us 15. But if we add up 5 plus 3, it's not gonna give us minus 8, but it's gonna give us a positive 8. For that reason we have to add minus on those two numbers, and then we can actually create this x minus 5 in parentheses times another x minus 3. Sorry guys, I forgot to put the limit. X approaches to 3 over x minus 3. And after we do this, we can actually now simplify the similar expression that are on the top and that we also can see in the bottom. In this case is x minus 3 on top, and there is also x minus 3 on the bottom. And if we simplify these two expressions, we are left out with the limit of x minus 5 as x approaches to 3. And after that we can just plug the 3 inside of the function, which is 3 minus 5, which is equal to negative 2. And that's it for this equation, which is completely easy. So now let's move to the next example. So in this case it's the limit of root square of x minus 3 over x minus 9 as x approaches to 9. This is actually a similar situation that we have in the previous, which actually if we plug x, the value that x approaches to, on the bottom we can see that it's going to give us 0, because if we plug 9 minus 9 is going to give us 0, which is going to be undefined. But in this case we see that there is a root expression here on top, subtracting with the number. So in this case, in order for us to simplify this equation, this function, sorry, we actually need to multiply it by a conjugate. And the conjugate is basically like the opposite of this expression, which is basically, if we multiply by a conjugate, it's basically multiplying by the root of x plus 3 on the, and what you do to the top, you have also to do to the bottom. You have to do the same thing at the bottom, which is x root of x plus 3. And you can multiply both of these by foiling them, which is going to be limit when x approaches to 9. If you multiply this one times this one, it's gonna be a root square, which the roots are just gonna cancel out, which is basically, I'm gonna write everything in order for you guys to understand. It's gonna be root square of x square plus this one will multiply with this 3. It's gonna be 3 times root square of x, and then the minus sign, minus 3 times the root square of x, again minus 3 times 3, it's gonna be 9, over, on the bottom I advise you guys to keep the way that it is, which is x minus 9 in parentheses times root square of x plus 3. And we can simplify, for example, plus 3 root square of x minus 3 root square of 3. We can cancel out, it's gonna cancel out, and it's gonna be limit of x when it approaches to 9. And in this case we can actually cancel this root. It's just gonna be left with x minus 9 over x minus 9 times root of x plus 3. And we can also cancel the similar equation, similar expression, which is x minus 9 on the top. There is also x minus 9 on the bottom, and then we can cancel it out, and we are left with limit as x approaches to 9 of 1 on top over root square of x plus 3. And after that we can plug the 9 inside of this function, which is going to be 1 over root square of 9 plus 3, which is basically 1, and the root square of 9 is 3, and 3 plus 3, it's going to be 6. And sorry, I forgot. Yes, and that's it for this one. So guys, this is all. I mean, that's all for this video, and I hope to see you on the next video. And if you like this video and if it was helpful, please give a thumbs up, like the video, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and see you in the next one.